hello, long time no see. So the last time we spoke, I was gonna make a follow-up video on that haul I did and let y'all know, what the potential profit and everything was, and I just got non-motivated, and I got sick again, and then I got better, and then I got sick again, so right now I'm in the emergency room. A room inside the emergency room. They don't have any rooms available right now upstairs. So this is what happened. About a week ago, I started having pain in my abdomen, and I was still doing my kidney treatments and everything like I was supposed to. But then the last 3 nights, I kept getting an error on my suckler machine saying that I wasn't draining enough. So I've told y'all before how dialysis works is that it goes through 4 cycles, and 4 cycles of 3 things. So first thing that happens when you hook up to your dialysis machine is you drain. You drain any fluid that's been left inside of you from your last treatment. Then your body, the machine fills you back up with fluid. Then for an hour and a half, you dwell. So the medicine, the solution just sits inside of you and does what it's supposed to do to release the toxins. Then it drains again. So it does that process 4 times. So every night, the last 3 nights, when I would go and hook up and it was time to drain, it would give me an error saying I wasn't draining enough. So, Katie and I would mess with the machine and we'd finally get it working because, it happens. But if it happens during the first drain, it won't happen after that. As long as you start going to fill and dwell, everything is fine. So the first night we got past it. The second night it kept doing it. And so Yvonne, my nurse, was like, I texted her and she's like, there's a screen on your dialysis machine and you have to go through this whole process and it'll say bypass. So you hit that and then you don't have to fill. I mean, you don't drain. You just go straight to filling because you've told the machine, look, don't do it. Just bypass it, move on to the next. So Katie and I were having a really hard time with it. It kept doing it, kept sounding the alarm, and got past it again. We had to totally turn off the machine, reload it with everything, start over from scratch, putting in all your information, doing all that. And it worked until I think the third drain. And we couldn't get the alarm to go off. And you got to remember that when you get into dwell, that's an hour and a half. So we'd already been through 2 dwells, the filling, the draining. Those are about a half an hour each. So we'd spent about 5 hours already. So half of my therapy was pretty much already done. And I was having a lot of pain in my abdomen. I could barely even move. So I told her, just turn it off. Just freaking turn it off. Because I knew that today I was supposed to see my nurse, Yvonne, and talk to my doctor, Dr. Patel, my nephrologist. And I, our president gave us people on disability and seniors a cost of living increase. Well, it's not a lot. It was like 6% or some shit like that. Well, unfortunately, it was enough to where I lost my Medicaid. Medicaid covers everything that your Medicare does not. Tests, stuff like that, Oh, hold on. Yeah. Yes. Okay, sorry that they're actually bringing me some food. It is like 6 something. I haven't eaten. I had hold on. Sorry, they were finally bringing me something to eat. And then they want me to go upstairs and do dialysis. So anyway, last night, Well, and all day yesterday, the pain was really bad. I mean, I couldn't, it's abdomen, lower abdomen, all the way around. Just, oh my God, it was so painful. Uh, I know I've said this before. I hope I never have to say it again, but I have never felt pain like that. I mean, I could not move without yelling out. So, oh, I was telling you about Medicaid. So, President Biden gave us this cost of living increase. I lose my Medicare. What happened was I had Q and B. There's different levels. So I lost the level that covers for everything of that Medicare didn't. So now I've got one that's for low income people, and all it pretty much covers is your drugs. You know, none of your testing or anything is covered. So I went through a mayor group and got additional coverage, and it doesn't cost me. There's no oh, I can't even think, y'all. It doesn't cost me anything a month. I have a copay. I have copays, but it's a good. It's good. The copays are good. So that was supposed to go into effect March 1st, and I didn't get the card. So I called them and was like, "Hey, I need my card," and they were sending one. So I knew the card was coming. I knew my body was jacked up. So I thought, okay, just let me wait a couple days. It'll be here, and then I'll take care of everything because I wouldn't be able to afford it. So anyway, let's see, what did we get for lunch or for dinner? What is this? I can't even tell what that is. I hope that's not liver and onions. Salt-free seasoning. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Pears, unsweetened iced tea, beef fettuccine alfredo. Oh, I don't really do the beef fettuccine alfredo thing. Anyway, I'm not going to really eat that much. I just need to put something in my stomach. So I let Yvonne yesterday know what was going on, the extreme pain and everything, and I was asking her if I could get some more tramadol or something because, you know, the Tylenol isn't working at all. But Dr. Pandy, being a nephrologist, they can't prescribe narcotics. So I said, look, y'all know what's going on. Call my regular primary doctor, Dr. Wynn. Explain what's going on. Maybe him and I can do a telehealth visit. He can call me in some tramadol. She said, okay. So she texts me back and says, yeah, I talked to Dixie, which is Dr. Wynn's nurse, and she's going to have Dr. Wynn call you. Well, they didn't call. That girl works so hard, she can't follow up. She just can't. So anyway, Yvonne said, I did a manual drain, and your drain fluid is supposed to be pretty much clear. Well, mine was really yellow, and it had these little white things floating in it. I'll spare y'all what that is. But anyway, she's like, yeah, you got an infection. She said, I spoke to Dr. Pandy, and she said, instead of doing the telehealth in the morning with him, come in here at 2, and we'll do the telehealth together. I said, okay. So I get up at well, I'd been up all night because every 2 hours the machine would go off. And towards the end, it got so bad that I was just screaming in pain because I couldn't even roll over to try to turn off the machine because, you know, the error was beeping and it was really loud. So I was just like screaming out in pain. And believe it or not, it was Elias that came to my rescue. Then he was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I explained, you know, I'm in a lot of pain. He's like, what do I do? I said, just turn that damn machine off. Just turn it off. So anyway, I laid there. I was waiting for Katie to wake up because Ellie's hadn't even been to bed yet. So I was trying to lay there and wait for Katie to help me. And it was too much. It was too much. So Dr. Pandy's office called at like 9, and I'm like, what are they doing? You know, his staff is not very good. Anyway, they said, do you want to do your telehealth now? And I said, well, I told her what I told y'all, that Yvonne said we were going to do it all together at 2 at the clinic. She said, well, he's available now. He wants to talk to you. I said, okay, then. I figured he must know something I don't. Okay, a lot of people are walking by. So he says that I have a really bad, infection caused by my the catheter, the one that goes into my stomach, for my kidney treatment. Somehow something got in there or whatever and is abusing me. So he said, you've got a bad infection. I need you to go to the ER. I was like, oh, crap. I hate going to the ER, man. Shit, they don't care if you're in pain or not. You're just going to suffer. But I knew I had to, so I said, okay. And Katie helped me get dressed, and Elias and her both brought me down here. And they did an MRI, a chest x-ray, CAT scan. So apparently I also have an infection in my lower colon. That's why I've been having bathroom issues. And the other thing they were saying is that there's air escaping my catheter internally. Not like a lot of air, but little poofs of air. And, oh, sorry. I didn't know if they were coming in here. So, anyway, we got that going on. They gave me, now, we got here probably about 10:15 a.m. They still have no rooms available upstairs. I am in an emergency room. I mean, I don't need more than this, but I like the door. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's a sliding glass door. I like that because you can see who's coming for you. So they finally got me in here, I guess, at about 4 o'clock. So it was 5.5 hours. Around 11, they were supposed to give me something for pain. The guy said he ordered it from the pharmacy. Never got it. So I'm just out there dying. So what they decided to do, so I could still get my dialysis, is they put in a temporary catheter in my neck. Just a little procedure. It hurt more for them to numb me than it did for them to actually do it. So the nurse didn't know about the abdominal pain. She didn't. The other nurse did. That hurts to cough. So I'm laying on the bed, and they had to put a board underneath you to get me to the next bed so I could get in my chair. And the nurse, she leans over me, y'all, and puts her weight on my abdomen. And I just started screaming, crying. I just screamed and crying. And she's apologizing. She didn't know. And, I'm not trying to make her feel bad. But, oh, my God, that was like the worst fucking thing you could have done to me. Why didn't you just kick me? So they're all apologetic and everything. And they put me back into the emergency room. And I'm just sitting there. Katie was with me up until about 1 o'clock because, Elias has to be at work at 2. And so he had to get home. So she left. But I have to tell y'all, she was great as usual. She, helped with the paperwork because I was just in so much pain. I was in another world. Hold on one second. Here comes somebody. Hold on. Okay, it was transport. They're just going to come back in a few minutes and take me up. Because I told her I really need to eat something. So I'm going to have to cut this off in a minute. But I just wanted to let y'all know I didn't fall off the face of the earth. I've just been really screwed up. And what really is upsetting to me is that I was telling everybody there was something wrong, with, near the catheter, that bump. And then the doctor told me there's no bump there. Yeah, the hell there is. So I guess I was right. It was just a slow process. I mean, now I'm on morphine, praise the Lord, and really strong antibiotics, and they're going to see if this heals with the antibiotics. He was saying if there is air, like if it doesn't go away, they're going to have to do exploratory surgery and make a large incision down my abdomen. Kind of feel like a flat tire, you know, when they put it in water and where the air bubbles come up, that's where the hole is. Well, it's kind of like that. We don't want that. I really don't want a big scar. Not that anybody's going to see it except me, but I feel like, oh my God, my body is so screwed up. It's just screwed up. But I should be here about 2 or 3 days or so. I met, in case I were in Houston, I met Memorial Hermann in the Heights. And I usually go to Memorial Hermann Southwest. But Dr. Pandy doesn't have an association with them, so I have to come here. Plus his office is up on the 6th floor. But I have to say, I know that they're really busy. But Dr. Wynn is always really good. Like if he says you need to go to the emergency room, they've got a room ready for me. I don't wait. I'm not special. I'm just saying I don't wait. He doesn't make me wait. He makes sure that if I need pain medication, I get it. You know, tests need to be run, I get them right away. I don't wait. And, you know, when you're waiting 6 hours for a pain medication, that's crazy. That should have been one of the first things they did. They all were emphasizing how much pain I was probably in because of it. Peritonitis? Peritonitis? Anyway, so now we're going to have to go upstairs and get our dialysis, and I don't know when I'm going to have the surgery to remove the old catheter, but as long as I'm pain-free, that's pretty much all I can ask for. So I'll keep y'all updated and let you know when I get home. Y'all take care of yourselves. If you know there's something wrong with your body, don't let these dumbass doctors tell you there's not, because nobody knows your body better than you. Okay? All right, y'all take care. Bye.